In today's video, let's have a Nigerian stock 101, a beginner's guide to buying stocks in 2025. So have you ever tried to buy stocks and you felt this feeling of being overwhelmed by all the information concerning stocks, especially as a beginner? Trust me, you are not alone. I can remember feeling this way when I started getting into stocks. But luckily for me, I started buying stocks or knowing about stocks when I joined one Instagram group because I've always been interested, knowing what to do at every point in time to make my money work for me. But then, stocks feels very overwhelming, especially when it comes to like knowing how to even pick stocks, especially. But if it was just about putting your money in piggy vest or all the saving platforms, it is very easy. But when it comes to buying stocks, knowing what stocks to buy, knowing how to go about it, the right platform that you're going to be buying it from, all these are things that can make you feel very overwhelmed when it comes to stocks. So today I'm going to be giving you a breakdown, or at least based on my own experience of buying stocks and what I've learned so far. So if you are new to stocks, lock in. Make sure to subscribe while at it. Click that like button because your girl is no gatekeeper. I give you all the tips you need. So if you are thinking, why should you listen to this girl? Like, you don't know her before. I'm just a girl that is sharing my journey to financial freedom. Nothing too serious. I'm not selling you any course or anything like that. I'm just sharing my journey as raw as it is. So every content you find on my page has been curated so that you don't make the same mistakes that I made, especially when I first started. So you might want to check them out. Make sure to join the family while at it. Let's get into today's video. Now, like I said, today is stock 101, especially for Nigerian stocks. But first of all, what is a stock in the first place? To put it in layman's terms, it is just like owning a piece of a company. So let's say for Dangote, I'm using Dangote because it is one company that every African knows in one way or the other. You getting a piece of the pie of Dangote is you buying the stocks of Dangote. So it's like buying a share of the company. Just very little, because at the point we are in, especially as a beginner, you don't have all the money to buy so much, so you can only buy a piece of that company. But why is it good that you are buying a piece of Dangote? Dangote has been profitable for the past how many years now, and with you having a share or a stock of Dangote, it means that as the company is growing, you too, the stock you bought from Dangote or the share you own in Dangote is growing as well. So it is like the best decision you can ever make for yourself to own a piece of a company that has growth potential. So especially as a beginner, always have it at the back of your mind, like, does this company I'm buying their stock have the potential to grow, or am I just buying it because everybody said I should buy it? That should help you to always make your decision when it comes to buying stocks. And the interesting thing about buying stocks is that even when your share or stock of that company is growing, the company can still be paying you dividend because they were very profitable in that particular year. So dividend is just like them giving you a share of the profit they made in a particular year. So that still does not mean that the stock you bought or the share you bought of that company is not growing. But dividend is just like an added advantage of you buying a particular stock. Not all companies pay dividends, so just have that at the back of your mind. But recently, or in this year alone, like so many companies pay, especially banks, because they always generate profit from all the 15 naira they keep debiting from you, from all the debit. At least you get to own a share in the profit they make after tax. So that's the good part about owning a stock of a company, especially one that pays dividend. Now that you know what a stock is, how do you actually buy a stock? Because when most people think about shares or stocks, let's just use stocks. You know that stock is owning a share in a company, right? So when people think about stocks, they always think about the Nigerian stock exchange. So you think that you have to go to the stock exchange market or the stock market to go and buy, shares. Why that is the case, but it is not the case for the average everyday person like you and I. And thank God it is now easy because there are so many apps now that you can buy stocks through. There's the Bamboo, there's the Afri Invest, there's the Carrywise, so many platforms now, Trove, Chaka, and it is very accessible now. And with people like me talking about it, many people are now informed about where they can make their money work for them, because if they are to leave their money in the bank, it is obviously not making any money, so the money just remains there and keeps yielding you the lowest of interest compared to what you can get in the stock market, or even putting your money in all these apps that I've just mentioned. So you can buy your stocks from going to these platforms and buying. So most of these platforms have people they are affiliated with. Like Bamboo now, I believe they are affiliated with Lambert Capital. So when you are buying a stock, you are just using Bamboo as like the interface through which you are buying a stock from, Lambert Capital, which still has like a tie to Drive Wealth, the American version, like, where your money is secured. So all these things are usually insured. So when you are buying stocks, it is just through this platform, but there's like a bigger guy at the back of it, so just have that at the back of your mind. If there's anything that I love that has made it super easy or more accessible for people to buy stocks, is the fact that you can buy Nigerian stocks for as low as 5,000 naira. Even American stocks, you can buy as low as $1. Like, that is how easy it is. So now everybody and anybody can access it. No matter how poor you are, it is still possible for you to get 5,000 naira to invest. But one thing you need to know is that, even when you're investing 5,000 naira, because that is the least you can, at least that is on Bamboo. On other platforms, I believe you can get lesser, but for Bamboo, which I use, you can get as low as 5,000 naira. But even when the company is like, maybe the share price is 10 naira, you can only buy as low as 5,000 naira. So just do 5,000 naira divided by 10. That is the amount of shares of that company you're going to be getting. And then for the American one, you can get, as low as $1, $2, whichever one you can afford. Because when you start converting naira to dollar, it can seem like a very minuscule amount that it does not even make any sense. But at least you know that you can have these options. While some people complain that Bamboo is very expensive in terms of their commission and everything, to me, it is still quite fair when you compare it to some other platforms. So, like, I've listed some of these platforms. Check which one you feel comfortable using and, go with it. All that matters is that you start your investment journey as early as possible, because you want to be reaping the effect of compound interest later on, especially if you start early in your 20s. Unlike we that started, in my later 20s. So it feels kind of late, but if you're one that has started earning money very early, you can start investing and you get a better deal of getting a higher interest or compounding effect of compound interest on your money. And the fact that you can even buy all these things and do everything on your phone without having to go to any stock market or anything is the most important part. So it is just as simple as that. Download these apps, register, but have it at the back of your mind that they are going to be asking for your BVN, because this is one thing that I always see that many people are very uncomfortable giving out, because BVN is supposed to be a private number, but because these people have to register your know your customer, which is usually called KYC, they need your details so that they can do their security checks and know that who they are interfacing with is a real human being. All those security things. So it is very important. Just have that at the back of your mind. Now, if you've gotten to this point of the video, I believe it is because you are getting value from watching this video, right? So I would love you to support your girl by clicking that like button so that YouTube can send this video to more people that will be interested to know about it. Subscribe to the channel, join this family, because I only bring you things that are going to be helpful to you, while also even sharing my financial journey and everything. I only bring you relevant information. So make sure to click that like button and subscribe to the channel. So now let's get into the rest of the video. Now let's talk about what to look out for when buying a stock. This should be considered as the basics. Like, what is the company's track record? Has the company been profitable for the last 5 to 10 years? Is it a company that you see that is sustainable, that will continue to grow? Is it a company that is relevant in today's society? Do they pay dividend? What is the company's future prospects? All these are things that you should be considering when buying a stock. You should keep at the back the fact that somebody said you should buy this stock, that is why you're buying it. Always have the relevant information, just like the ones I've listed, so that when you are buying these stocks, you know that, okay, your money is secure, it is not going to go down tomorrow and you're worried, because you know that your future prospect is enough for you to have confidence that it is going to go back up and bigger safe. So just always have that at the back of your mind when you are choosing stocks. Trust me, investing in Nigerian stocks can be a great way to build wealth, because you've seen so many people that, even on the headlines, you see maybe this person bought these stocks at 100,000 naira, now these stocks has grown to 1 million naira. That is money they did not work for, but because they took the leap of faith of investing their money has now grown over time. But when it comes to investing, remember that consistency is what matters. Diversification is another thing you should have at the back of your mind. Don't just put your money in one place. Diversify, put it in mutual funds, in treasury bills, in stocks, in high yield savings account. All these places are sure to make your money grow. So when you now pull one and two together, you will find that your money has grown. Let me know in the comment section, will you want to hear about my mutual funds journey? Because I've been sharing all these details on TikTok. I don't know why I don't always bring it to you guys, but just have this at the back of your mind when you are buying stocks. And sorry, I promise to always bring you guys the good news. I don't gatekeep, but I feel more comfortable talking about these things because they are short information on TikTok. But I'll try to make a full detailed video about my experience of going to Stanbic IBTC to buy mutual funds and everything you need to know. But remember that the best time to buy your stocks or start investing was yesterday. And then the second best time is today. So take that action today and don't wait for anybody or wait for anything before you can start your journey to building your financial freedom. So this is all I have for you guys today. I hope this video has given you at least a beginner's guide to investing in stocks, especially this year. Like I said, today, don't wait for tomorrow. Now, what's one stock that you're excited about, you heard about it, but you are yet to do your complete research on it and you want to go into it, but you need to do the background checks? Let me know in the comments, because I would definitely love to hear from you guys. And while at it, make sure to check out this video here. It will definitely help you in your financial journey, trust me, because it is what I am doing and it has been helping me so far. It has helped me to grow my money. So you know that I'm not going to be bringing you anything that is not going to help you. So I'll see you guys in my next one. I hope you found this video helpful. Bye.